Actually,
Okay, now
it's a presentation shared from our side. Olga, what issues do you have with the presentation?
no, I already did everything. Yeah, it's fine.
So you can share it from your
No,
end.
yes. Do
Okay,
you see it on the screen?
please share.
I can see it.
Perfect. So how we can manage station?
Uh, okay, could you please share a presentation one more time?
Okay. But I already so upload the presentation. Now okay, present. Yeah.
Cannot see. Oh, yeah, we can see. We can see now. All good. Yes, now we can manage a presentation. Just buttons up, like move right and move left, and it's good to go.
Uh-uh. Okay, I see. It has some yeah, I see.
It has some delay, but actually it
Yeah,
works.
it has some delay. I see that it has some delay, but it's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, then
Right.
we can start officially. Asim, Olga,
Yeah,
welcome to
great.
Golden Business Summit. Thank you a lot for being here. Looking forward to hearing insights from you, and let's get it started.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. First of all, thank you very much for inviting on your conference. And thank you very much for your interest shown in our presentation. My name is Olga. I'm Director of Immigration Department of Intermar Global. We are the international company specialized in investment immigration and overseas real estate investments. Today, we will speak about the theme that we consider to be very important for all wealthy people who are looking for global mobility, for tax freedom, or for assets diversification. Let me introduce my colleague, Asim Umer, who is head of our Dubai Immigration Office. Asim will tell you today about the most popular and demandable immigration products in our product line. So at the top of the page, you see the chat. You can print your questions there, and we will be more than happy to answer these questions during our presentations. So in the beginning, let me tell a few words about our company. Intermar Global started its activities in 1993, dealing that time mostly with UK real estate sales. And during past 30 years, added to our portfolio real estate in more than 70 countries, where we are dealing through our own offices or through the huge network of partners and representatives. And for the last 10 years, investment immigration products, they took significant role in our product line because in unstable political and economic situation almost on all continents of the world, people started to look for plan B for themselves and their families, for protection of their assets, and as usual, for better lifestyle. So nowadays, our own offices are located in the following countries and cities. So head office is situated in UAE in Dubai. We also have office in Thailand, in Phuket Island, in Turkey, in Istanbul, in Russia, in Moscow, in Indonesia, in also in Great Britain, in Cyprus, and we have the representative office in China. And in all these offices, we're providing the immigration services that help our clients to solve their particular needs in terms of global mobility, reducing their travel hassles, and creating plan B for themselves and for their future generations. So why our clients? are looking for alternative citizenship or residency. Why we decided to propose to our clients who previously invested in real estate all over the world with our company, why we started to provide them the immigration services. First of all, we're speaking about investment. We're not working with the working visas and student visas. So we're dealing mostly with uh, investment immigration programs and programs for financial independent people. First of all, our clients, they are looking for political and economic stability by investing in the countries with more stable political systems and robust economies and stronger rule of law, especially if their home country faces political unrest, economic volatility, and or high level of crime. Then, of course, our clients are looking for asset protection because some countries they offer stronger legal frameworks for protecting assets from potential expropriation, for example, excessive taxation, or other legal challenges. And of course, it is personal safety, the last but not the least. For individuals in the regions facing security concerns, obtaining residency or citizenship by investment in a safer country, it provides, peace of mind for themselves and for their families. Today, we will tell you about the programs of European residency. Mainly, we will focus on grants and will give you the overview of Caribbean citizenship by investment programs. They are well known in the market, but we would like to stress some, new points which might be interesting to you. So one more, please don't hesitate to ask your questions in our chat. And now I'm giving a chance to my colleague, Kasim Umer, to continue the topic.
Thank you, Olga, for giving me a chance to use this platform and share my thoughts on the global mobility, which is one of the most important parameters that a businessman or an individual, a high net worth individual considers, because it is the global mobility that allows them to diversify their portfolio and multiply their businesses by many folds. Olga rightly said, in today's time, people want to protect their assets, want to protect their legacies, and apart from that, they are also interested to have free travel movements, which is possible with the European residency programs as well as the citizenship by investment programs. So starting with the residency options that are available in Europe. Uh, Olga, can you please share the slide? Yeah, thank you. So, yes, as I was discussing, so this is a very important parameter that an individual considers is to have a plan B in a country that is stable, that is more secure, and what else can be better than the European countries? So Europe, some of the European countries are offering their residency programs through investment, and this residency program allows them to stay inside the country for unlimited period of time as residents of the country, and it also lays a pathway for later on in life for permanent residency as well as the citizenship. Not just that, but it also allows them and their family members to work and study in that particular country. So, for example, an individual who wants to send their children to a European nation for study purpose. So instead of sending them on a student visa, can consider investing into the country so that they become the residents and they enjoy the benefit that that particular country offers to its students. Now, coming to the options that are available in today's time is starting with the most famous program as of now, that is the Greece Golden Visa, which starts with as less as 250,000 euros and can go up to 800,000 euros. You can invest into the residential as well as the commercial properties, like hotel rooms. You can purchase the shares of a hotel, right? And the residency validity is 5 years, and after 5 years, it is renewed again if the individual wishes to. And you can include your spouse, you can include your unmarried children under the age of 21 years of age, and also you can include your parents in this application, and also the parents of your spouse. It will not give you the right to do work or a job inside the country. Okay. And I would not say a good part, but yeah, the bank account statement is not required in this particular country, while as it is required in other countries in the other programs. And you become eligible to apply for the permanent residency as well as citizenship after 7 years. Then moving on to Portugal. As we all know, Portugal was a very famous program, especially when they had the real estate investment option available. But as we all know, a couple of years back, they have removed the real estate option and came up with the fund option. Now, in today's time, you can invest €500,000 into the Portuguese funds. And the initial residency, the golden visa, is issued for 2 years. After that, it is again renewed for 2 years, and likewise. However, after 5 years, you could have applied for a permanent residency or a citizenship. But as we were discussing, the rules have very recently changed. Now it is 7 years. Correct me if I'm wrong, Olga, because I
No,
believe this was last night.
well, I didn't have an opportunity to check the news,
Mhm.
whether they considered, to move it to 7 years or to 10 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the discussion was going on for 10
Mhm.
years,
Yes.
but then again, they amended that bill, stating that it will be 7 years for the non-EU members and 5 years for the EU members. But I'm not 100% sure if this has already been passed by the parliament.
So now all these issues are under discussion, and I think that in the nearest 1 or 2 weeks, the
The
final
picture
version
will
of
be
the
clear.
document will appear. Mhm.
Yes. And the best part about this program, about this Portugal Fund investment, why people are interested in this, because as we all know, being a businessman, I cannot stick to one particular place. I cannot be living in one particular country. Otherwise, my business will suffer. So this is the beauty of this program, that it is having the the residency requirement of just 14 days, which is 2 weeks in 2 years. And if you're not able to go in 1 year, you can go in the next year and complete your 2 weeks, and the visa will be renewed without any hassle. And again, you can include your spouse, you can include your dependent children, as well as your parents. It will also give you right to employment, as well as you need to show the proof of funds in Portugal. And as I said, again, what me and Olga were discussing, it is 5 years, but again, the government is thinking to increase this time period of from 5 to 7 years to have the citizenship of Portuguese. Then Cyprus, as we all know, that Cyprus will be joining the Schengen very soon. So this can be something that people should think of, because once it becomes a part of the Schengen, definitely the property value will escalate. I mean, it will appreciate a lot. So this is the right time to invest in Cyprus. Again, you can invest into the residential as well as the commercial real estate, newly built, as it as we all know. And the residency is issued for 10 years, after which it can again be extended if the individual wishes to, and it will lead you to the citizenship as well. And the minimum period to stay is 1 out of 2 years. So that is the stay requirement as of now. Again, you can include your spouse, you can include your financially dependent children under the age of 25 years of age. Now, this is something, the age of the children, that what I have come across during my tenure of 10 years, that sometimes an individual delays his or her plans, saying, okay, I'll do it later and all. But then the problem happens that the children pass that age wherein they can include them in the application. So Cyprus allows you to have your children in the application up to 25 years, provided they are financially dependent on you and they are not married. Again, you cannot be doing a job in Cyprus while you have this visa of Cyprus. And the bank statement amount has to be maintained at 30,000 euros for 3 years. And the permanent resident visa is issued after 5 years, provided you meet the requirements. Then Hungary, as we all know, this was being discussed since quite a few years now, and very recently, we have had applications coming in. The fund got approved, so the minimum amount is 250,000 euros that you need to invest into the government-approved funds, and you get a straightaway residency for 10 years, and you invest into the Hungarian funds. Okay, contributing to the government, of course, the social projects over there. And again, you can include your spouse, you can include your children up to 18 years of age, and you can also include your dependent parents. And you don't have the right of employment in Hungary. Uh, but after 10 years, again, you can extend this residency. So all these are very good options if someone is interested to have a plan B, does not want an immediate passport, but wants something that can become a pathway that can lay the foundation for a European citizenship. So these are the programs that one should consider, because in long term, as we all know, the market is appreciating a lot. So the return on investment is really good, and also it leads you to the citizenship. Now, as we said, the very famous program, the Greece Residency, the Greece Golden Visa program. So in this program, you invest into the real estate. You can hold that real estate. It is your own property. Use it the way you want to. Want to put it on rent, enjoy the ROI. You want to use it for your personal use. Use it the way you want to. So you will have, so this residency, the benefit is that this will give you visa-free access to the entire Schengen. So no longer you need to wait for in the queues to apply for the Schengen visa and all those things. With this residency, straight away you get visa-free access to the Schengen, and you get the initial residency for 5 years. After 5 years, you are eligible to, you can renew it. And the best part about this is there is no stay requirement. So even without staying, you can uh, have this visa renewed for another 5 years. Now, the options that are available, how much to invest. As I said, the minimum is 250. So let's start with the option first, which is 800,000 euros minimum investment. Okay, and these are specific areas wherein you can invest this much of amount. So the condition is the island with more than 3,100 inhabitants. That is the place that you can invest into these places. Okay, and you can invest only in one property. So if you're investing 800,000 or 850,000, it has to be one investment. It has to be one particular investment, like one particular villa or something, but one property only, starting from 120 square meters. Coming to the second one, which is 400,000 euros minimum investment. Okay, this is eligible in most of the regions across Greece. Again, you have to invest in one property starting from 120 square meters. Then 250, which is a famous among the applicants, among the clients, because investment is less. So basically, the investment in Greece used to be 250, but a few months back they increased it. But 250 is still an option, with the condition that the property should previously have been a commercial one, now converted into a residential one. So now it is converted for a residential use, and under the categories of historic properties, cultural heritage, and special protection. Not just this, but you can again invest into the shares of a hotel. We have some great options available wherein you can have the amazing ROI, and you can still have the property. Uh, you can still have, and the best part is that the ROIs in some of the cases are paid upfront, so you don't need to wait each year to get your ROI. So it is paid upfront. Okay. So yeah, for the next slide, please. Yeah. So why should I invest in Greece, or why should anyone invest in Greece? So market recovery and revitalization is amazing. Okay. Competitive profitability, as I was saying, the ROI is amazing. And day by day, I mean, there's so much of competition over there that if today I'm offering, let's assume 3%, 4%, so somewhere down the line it will increase, it will appreciate, and it is not that I have signed up for this particular percentage, so I'm stick to that. No, you can always, there is always a possibility to renew your ROI agreements with our developers, and capital growth potential as well. Now, some of the projects that we have lots of projects across Greece, but some of the projects that we have listed in this presentation is starting with 260,000 euros, 37 to 87 square meters, one bedroom apartment. So this is how the apartment, how your property is going to look like. So these are just some drawings, some illustrations of the property. Then the second one is starting with 270,000, modern residences with a pool and panoramic terrace. So one of my clients had recently signed up for this because of he liked how it is built, how it is being built, and the completion period is the third quarter of 2026. So just 4 quarters away, and you can be staying over there.
Yeah, project is situated near Glyfada, the most demandable place in Athens, near the sea, with very nice infrastructure. Yeah, so as you can see, there is the modern design in all the projects, very high quality of materials which are used. So Greece still remain the place where the people are investing not only for residency but also for lifestyle.
Yeah, true. Rightly said, Olga. And very famous.
Yeah, and also we have villas, we have apartments, we have this. So whatever you like, we are working with all main developers in Greece. So we can find to you whatever property that will suit all your needs and the needs of it.
Yeah.
So now we'll move to another type of European residence permit. It's so-called residency based on financial independence. So, and we have a lot of countries who propose this kind of programs.
Yeah. So, financial independent person program, very famous, becoming very famous, and I am proud to say that I can assure you that we have almost 100% success rate in this, and I don't see any other company as of now promoting this. But so we are the leaders throughout immigration, but yeah, in FIP as well. So some of the countries that are offering the financial independent person programs are Germany, Italy, France, Spain, Luxembourg, Portugal, and Austria. So all have their different criterias, different eligibility, and the residency permit is issued. Each country issues it for a particular period of time and then gets it renewed. And these all will can be a pathway to citizenship as well. So this is basically meant for those people who don't want to invest into the country, still want to have the residency and enjoy the travel freedom across Schengen. But in this category, you are not allowed to work or do business. I mean, not throughout, but some of the countries and some of the programs will restrict you from doing a job or doing a business inside the country. The very famous is France Financial Independent Person Program, and my favorite, to be honest, because the process time is quick, it is simple, and it gives you an option to have a citizenship or a permanent residency after 5 years or 10 years, depending upon the option you choose. So the benefit again, travel freedom across Schengen. You can open bank accounts in the European banks, and that will help you to diversify your business, take your business to new heights, and access the European healthcare and education. So one thing I would want to mention here is, if let's assume you become a French resident under this category of the program, so your children will, of course, have the benefit to enjoy the education programs, education system of France. But apart from this, they become the European residents. So you can send them to any part of Europe, any country of Europe, and they are treated as European residents and not as international students. So that is something that is very, very, very good. Then again, you can include your spouse, you can include your children under the age of 18 years. Now, some
And
of the programs.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. And so the main idea for all these financial independence programs is that you can show to the state that you have the income, mostly passive income, but sometimes active income from your job is also accepted. Yeah, and based on this income, you show to the state that you can live in this country independently. So that's the main aid programs. And if you have a stable income, and especially if it is the passive income, it can be rent of your properties, it can be dividends, income for the bank deposits. So all this is accepted, and based on this income that you can show, so you can apply for these programs. But also for France, except financial independence, we also have the program you not only to show the passive income, but also that allows you to create your own income in France if you want, of course.
Yeah, true. So we have talent passport program, which is done through company setup. So we form a company for you on behalf of you in France, which is solely owned by you. So you can operate that business and generate income from it. Again, the process time for this program is 3 to 6 months, and the initial validity of the resident card that will be issued is 2 to 4 years. Usually they issue it for 3 to 4 years, but again, as per the books, it is 2 to 4 years. Then we have creative personality. Now, this is something very interesting. So people who are qualified for this is creative people, actors, some influencers, uh, AI people can also be a part of it. So there's a huge list who can be included in this option of the France residence permit. The process time is 6 months, and again the visa validity is 2 to 4 years. But again, it is renewed after 4 years. It is renewed, and you become again. This is a pathway to citizenship. Then startup project. This is similar to the company formation, similar to the talent passport program, but over here we form the company with an innovative idea. So in talent passport, a bank account is required. You need to deposit a certain amount into the bank. While as in startup, there is no requirement of that, because as the word itself is, startup means you're starting your business. So freshly graduates are very much eligible for this as well. Again, the
Yeah,
process.
so there is no age restriction.
Yeah, there is no age restriction in this. The only age restriction is for the children under the 18 years of age. Yeah. Now,
Yes. Here having more information about each program. Yeah, but I think that the people who are listening for us now, they will receive this presentation, and they will be able to go into details for each type of residency that we're talking now. But the main idea, so in France, you can apply as for residency as financially dependent person, Yeah, if you have the passive income and you don't have any activities in Europe, you just want to travel there, to use the European banking system and to use it for education for your children. But if you have an idea to have your own business in France, or you just want to have it the residency for longer period, not only for one possibility of extension each year, but for 4 years, so it's more reasonable to apply for one of the talent visa programs.
Yeah. And you after 5 years are eligible to apply for citizenship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's also that, yeah, of course you need to study French
Yeah.
language, but there is the possibility, and we have the clients who already have applied for the passport. The waiting time is from 1 up to 2 years depending on the region of France where you are applying, but everything is possible, so
Yeah.
it's yeah. Okay, now we will move to another type of programs. The programs which give our clients the possibility to get immediately the second citizenship without waiting for 5 or 10 years.
Yes. So yeah, second passports very famous, especially in Dubai, because Dubai is filled with HNI, ultra HNI people, and we all know that we, we, we even I would want to travel as and when I want to. I don't want to wait for at the VFS to get the appointment. So CBI is the best option. So, citizenship by investment program, as we all know, it allows you to travel visa free to more than 140 countries, which includes the Schengen, which includes the UK, China, so some major countries, especially for from the business perspective. It will allow your children to hold these passports as well, and these passports are inherited by the future generations as well. You can include your spouse, you can include your dependent parents, and in some of the countries you can also include your dependent siblings, which is very very interesting. Now, some of the countries that are offering the CBI, citizenship by investment, is Turkey, as we all know, starting from 400,000 USD into the real estate. You need to invest and you get the Turkish citizenship. You need to hold the investment for a minimum of 3 years of time, and you get visa free access to 110 countries. And then Egypt, you need to invest $300,000. Minimum holding period of the investment is 5 years, and you enjoy visa free access to 50 plus countries. South Tome, the program that is launched very recently and is becoming like a wildfire. We have had many applications since the program was launched. Good part, the process time. It is processed real quick, 2 months of time. Someone who is looking for an immediate passport, Sao Tome and Vanuatu, these are the options. So on Sao Tome, you have visa-free access to 60 countries. Okay, and this is going to be through a donation through the contribution towards the government, which starts with $90,000 for a single individual, of course. Then Vanuatu, one of the famous programs again, a small island, a Pacific country, for starts with $120,000 for a single individual, and the minimum like visa-free access is 90 plus countries. The good part about this program, why is it so famous, is the process time from 60 to 90 days. That is the maximum it will take for you to have your passport. And there is no requirement for you to go and visit the country. In most of these passports, you will have your passport in your hand while you are in your country of residence or citizenship. Grenada, one of the Caribbean countries, starts with 235,000 US dollars as a donation. Uh, okay, something I would want to talk about Grenada is that this is the only Caribbean country among the available options that has a E2 treaty with the United States. No other Caribbean country which offers its CBI has this treaty with the United States. E2 is a business visa. So if you are a citizen of Grenada, you become eligible to apply for the E2 visa for US, but you need to be a domicile in Grenada for 3 years. Now, as I said, the program starts with 235,000 US dollars. The process time is 6 to 8 months. You can include your spouse, you can include your children under 30 years, provided they are not married and they are financially dependent on you. And you can also include your parents, you can include your spouse parents as well. And you can also include I mean, the future generations, because it is inherited. So future generations will also have. So 235 is the donation, and you can also invest into real estate, which starts with 270,000 US dollars. And minimum period you need to hold the investment is 5 years.
And it can be also hotel shares. And Grenada is one of the most popular destination for second citizenship investment. Yeah, because it is well-developed country.
Yeah.
It has the international university and with a lot of international students coming, especially from get the education in medical. Yeah, so the people are coming there for holidays and for studies. So among all our islands, I think that Grenada is the most demandable through our clients.
Yeah, and one thing that reminds me is that Grenada has one of the top medical universities, and you
Yes,
see
yes,
many US many doctors practicing in US are a pass out of this university.
yeah. Then we go to some kids and Nevis
Yeah.
program, one of the oldest citizenship by investment program in the Caribbean region.
Yes, so the program was introduced in 1984, so 42 years up and running. Very strong passport among the available options. You have visa-free access to more than 147 countries, which includes again the Schengen, UK, and some of the major destinations. You can include your children up to 25 years, provided they are financially dependent on you and are not married. You can include your parents or the parents of your spouse. The age should be 55 and above. The donation starts with 250,000 for single or up to four family members, and the investment starts with 325,000 US dollars. You can again invest into the real estate as well as into the hotel shares. Depending upon the amount of investment you make, there is a holding period. For 325, you need to hold the investment for 7 years. However, if you invest more, then the holding period decreases to 5 years.
Yeah, so now we move to Dominica.
Yes. Dominica is very famous because of its process time. It is real quick. You can have this passport in as little as 4 months of time, 4 to 6 months, and you have your passport. You will have visa free access to 137 countries. Also, this is the cheapest available option among the Caribbeans. So it starts with 200,000. You can include your spouse, you can include your children under 30 years of age, and you can also include your parents in this application who are 65 and above. And
The
where
only disadvantage of Dominica is that they don't have visa-free access to UK.
UK.
Yeah, but they're implementing the e-visa process, obtaining for UK. So it's really the problem for
Yeah,
holders
and
of Dominica passports.
yeah, and just to add to that, Dominica is one of the countries that was the first country among the Caribbeans that had visa-free access to mainland China. The rest followed. And Dominica is one of the countries that continuously is working on its diplomatic relationship with other countries.
Yes,
So they
and
are
they're
very
increasing every year the number of countries which can be visited visa-free.
yes, true.
Another very nice island, Antigua, yeah, that also
Yeah,
offers this kind of programs.
So Antigua and Barbuda, the two islands combined together, a very strong passport uh, among the available options. Again, you can include your spouse, you can include your children under 30 years. Not just that, you can include your siblings as well. And you can also include your grandchildren, provided, uh, there's an age criteria that, let's assume I want to include my grandchildren, but then my child should be less than 30 years of age. Again, you can include your spouse, you can include your parents who are 55 and above. There are two options again. You can either go for the contribution, the donation option of 230,000 US dollars, or else you can go for the real estate investment, which starts with 300,000 US dollars. Then moving on to St. Lucia. Yeah,
St.
go ahead.
Lucia, the last program which we're going to discuss today. Yeah. Now the disadvantage of this country that they have very long waiting time now for the
Yeah.
passports, because from 3 up to 5 months it was the normal, period of time previous. But as this program was very popular during last 2 years, so now the passport is increased up to maybe 2 years.
Yes, true. I've spoken
Mhm.
to people who have applied and are still waiting since a year and a half for the passports, because as Olga rightly said, it was very famous, and the backlog is huge. So it will take them time to clear this backlog.
Yeah, so
So
that's why now we propose to our clients maybe to choose other countries to
yes,
invest, not St. Lucia. Yeah, but still, the program exists. They accept applications, and regardless the waiting time,
yeah,
so it is still on the product line.
yes. And for Saint Lucia, there is one difference compared to the rest. That Saint Lucia, you can also invest into the government bonds, 300,000 US dollars.
Yeah, and it is especially profitable for people who are applying with big families.
Yes, yes, it is very cost effective for them. And
Mhm.
after the holding period is 5 years, and after 5 years, you get your investment back without any return on investment.
Yeah, well, but still it is guaranteed by the state. So
Government, yes.
yeah, by the state, by the government, yes, and the people don't have a lot of risk investing in
Yeah,
this kind of.
yeah. So to minimize the risk, yeah, this can be a good option.
Mhm.
Then
Oh,
one more.
yeah, the easiest program, yeah, which doesn't have now the access to Schengen area, yeah, but they received the access free to visa-free access to Australia recently.
Yes. Again, they are working very hard on their diplomatic relationships. They want to have the visa-free access back, and for this, they are doing a lot of things in the background. So it is not as easy as it used to be, or it used to sound like before. There are the enhanced due diligence, thorough checking going on. So yes, they have become strict, very very strict now.
Yes, and they're implementing the
Biometrics.
biometrics that will also lead them to the possibility to get back the Schengen visa-free access,
Yes,
because it was one of the main issues. They don't have the biometric passports, and during the nearest 2 years, they are planning to change all the passports which have been already issued previously to the new passports with biometrics. And maybe in
yes.
2 years, we will see the progress in their communications with Schengen zone to get back the visa-free access.
And also they have made it compulsory now for fresh applications, that when they apply, they have to compulsorily, they need to apply for the national ID as well as for the birth registration.
Oh,
within
yeah.
28 days from the date they receive the passport, or they can do this along with the application. And for those who have already acquired this passport in past, upon their renewal, they need to do this. So again,
Yes.
they are becoming strict now.
Yeah, and that's why this program, yeah, is still very popular. Yeah, because it is the cheapest program, a citizenship by investment. It is already a very stable program
Yeah.
that exists for a period of time. Yeah, it is still easy to get the passport. The compliance and KYC procedure is not so strict in Caribbean islands, and still they have the perspectives for coming back to visa-free
Access to
access
Schengen.
to Schengen.
And
Yeah.
just to add to that, in Caribbeans, as we all are following the news and following what is happening now, as we all know, that Caribbean countries are making it mandatory for the stay requirement. Like for Antigua and Barbuda, they used to have 5 days. Now it is 30 days. So I Saint Kitts and Nevis, they have also introduced this, that you need to be living in the island for 30 days out of the initial 5 years. And for St. Kitts and Nevis, the passport will be initially given for 5 years now instead of 10 years. And after 5 years, you will have the passport of 10 years. So Vanuatu, the best thing is there is no stay requirement at all. And the process time, that is the beauty of this program. And cost wise, also, as Olga said, this is a very cost effective option, starting with just $120,000.
Yes, and they don't have so many countries with the options to apply, because the
Yes,
citizens of some countries, they cannot apply now for
Caribbean.
Caribbean passports, and for and Vanuatu accept citizens from almost all countries of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, with no restrictions. Yeah. Thank you very much
Thank
for
you,
your
Olga.
presentation. Yeah, and we're waiting for your questions. Everybody, if you will receive our contacts and the presentation which we were talking about today, and we're happy to welcome you in our office or to any other offices that we have in 8 countries now.
Yeah. I would just want to add to that, like at Intermark Global, uh, what our aim is, we look what is your requirement, and based on that, we give you solutions. We offer you solutions. So it is a tailor-made service. That is the good part about Intermark Global.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you very much. This, I thought we cannot hear you.
Seems you're on mute.
Yeah, thank you. Olga, Asim, thank you a lot for your presentation. It was really interesting, even considering that I've been observing the space and know most requirements about many programs, but it was still very insightful, especially when you mentioned about financial independence European programs, program in France, and recent changes that come with Vanuatu. So looks like Vanuatu now is a good deal, because once they will improve their biometric passport and they will get back a Schengen access back, program price will go up.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
definitely.
I'm just so it's a window of opportunity. Overall, what is your observation about the future of citizenship or residency by investment space? Do you see many people they prefer citizenship by investment programs, or demand is moving towards residency by investment programs that will be convertible over some period of time into citizenship?
Asim.
Yeah. So, see, compared to previously people were more interested, more inclined towards the citizenship by investment programs, quick passports, especially of the Caribbeans. But because of these changes happening, so people started thinking of, okay, let's have a more secure plans, and that is when the European residency programs picked up, especially Greece after the Portugal removed the real estate option. But the recent trend we have seen in the market is that the demand for the CBI and Vanuatu has increased. And this is what has prompted countries like Sao Tome to introduce a CBI program. And not just Sao Tome, there is Nauru as well, who has introduced the CBI program a few months back. And things will not stop here. There are a few other countries that are considering to introduce the CBI programs as well.
Even Argentina,
Exactly.
now accepted, the milestone for this program. Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't know when it will be launched, but they promised to launch it in the beginning of next year.
So all this shows that people are still interested, because as I said during the presentation, being a businessman, I cannot sit at one place. Uh, if I have to pick any of the European country, considering that my aim is to have a citizenship of that country, then I need to show my ties with that country. I need to live in that country. And being a businessman, I cannot sit at one place, so that will hamper my business. So for such people, CBI is still the best option. They can diversify their portfolios by making investments into Europe, but having travel freedom, having the freedom to operate their business from different countries, CBI definitely is the solution.
Yeah.
And what we also propose to our clients, for example, if you get the Vanuatu passport, then already on Vanuatu passport, you can apply, for example, for residency.
Yes.
Yeah, it is still then cost a little bit more than Caribbean passport, but then as Caribbean passport allow you just to travel to Europe. Yeah, they don't allow you to live in Europe
Yeah.
more than 3 months per half of the year. Yeah, but in this case, if you have Vanuatu passport and you apply for Greece residency, you have the opportunity to live in Europe.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
and
then
that's permanently, and so that's also the advantage of this combination.
yeah, and then you can, with this combination, you can relocate your family. You can relocate your spouse along with the children or parents to this particular country, for example, Greece, and they can continue staying there. You have the freedom to visit them anytime you wish to. Uh, it is a very good option, a very good combination. And we have already have clients with this combination wherein we offer them. That is the reason I told you that Intermark Global, we understand your requirements. Based on your requirements, we draft a solution that will best meet your requirements.
Yes, thank you for mentioning that. Olga, you mentioned Argentina. And
Yeah.
during your presentation, you haven't touched any LATAM jurisdictions or any LATAM countries. But what you can tell about Paraguay, Uruguay, maybe some other Latin American jurisdiction? Are they still valuable? Are they still have some sort of demand?
Of course, they have some sort of demand. The only problem with the Latin American country is that they do not have the official programs for investment immigration.
Yes.
All the citizenship that we're talking about, it can be Paraguay or Argentina or Mexico. So they propose you to get the citizenship based on your residency in these countries. We call it citizenship by naturalization.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and all the program, and and there are a lot of companies who propose to get the Mexican passport for 10,000 USD, yeah,
So
just for 3 months without living there. But it's it's scam, and the people they're buying these passports. Most of them are just fake passports. The problems, passing the passport control, especially here in Dubai. We had several very loud scandals about it. Yeah, when the people were buying these passports from some strange companies, and then they found themselves in Interpol list. because it's very dangerous, to apply for this kind of programs. Not the
Uh,
programs, it's
yes.
just the fake passport.
Just to add to that, Olga's statement, I always advise clients, do your due diligence first. If someone is offering you a program, do your due diligence. Go to the government website, see if the program is actually available, if the government of that particular country is actually having such program which a person is trying to sell you. Okay, because as Olga said, especially in Dubai, there are lots of scams happening, especially in this industry now, very unfortunately, and because of certain individuals, they are bringing shame to the entire sector. So people, often we see people having promotions, having ads for Slovenia, Romania, Mexico. Uh, there was an article in the previous year wherein an Iranian pilot working in UAE landed in one of the European countries with a Mexican passport, which and he was stopped at the passport control, and the passport turned out to be fake, and he had to go a lot of trouble. He had to face a lot of trouble because of that. Right now, the gentleman is sitting in Iran, having a ban. His whole career got over because of someone's greed. So I always advise client, do
Yeah.
your due diligence first.
Yeah, and it's also applicable to those cheap passports from Slovenia and from Romania that you mentioned when they
Exactly. I
advertise for
mean,
10,000 euro,
so
and you just surprised how it's possible to get a tier
so
one European passport for 10,000 euro. Something is not
so very
transparent.
recently, I was speaking to a gentleman and about CBI, which was costing him around 250,000 euros plus. So he was like, "Oh, that's too expensive. Someone is offering me a Slovenia for 35,000 euros." So I told him, my reply to him was, use your common sense. A Caribbean country is anytime not as strong as a European country. So which should be a stronger passport, a European passport or a Caribbean passport? And his answer was European passport. Then I told him, here is your answer. The guy is trying to sell you something that will land you in trouble. So
Absolutely.
people need to use this simple skill to do their due diligence again and invest wisely.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Asim, Olga, thank you a lot for sharing your knowledge, for your time, for